So, assalamualaikum. So, isolve natin itong problems na to na lumabas sa quiz natin. Una, babasahin nyo siguro dapat yung problem. Makikita nyo na ang ating objective function is like this, no? 30 times m plus 70 times s. Ano yung m at saka ano yung s? According din yung ating metal at saka yan yung ating scrap metal, diba? So dalawa yung ating variables. Ito yung ating tinatawag na variables. At madali lang yung problem na to kasi given na yung objective function, you don't even have to derive it. At given na rin yung ating mga constraints, you don't even have to write them in a mathematical expression because they are already provided to you. Ang unang tanong, what are the two inequality functions? Madali lang yung sagot natin dyan. These are constraints. So ito yung ating mga constraints. Ang sagot natin, letter B. Ang pangalawang tanong is the point at which m equals 2 and s equals 3 would. So hindi natin alam ano ba yan. Obviously, ang sagot natin will not be letter A. So hindi naman natin pinag-uusapan yung cost. So tanggalin na natin si minimize the cost. How about lie in a corner? We do not know. Baka naman yan pala yung intersection nilang dalawa. Intersection ng dalawang constraints na to. Be an infeasible point? We will see. Be a feasible point? We will see. Ngayon, di ba pinakita ko dati ang approach ko? Parang ganito. So for example, metal at saka scrap. I-identify ko kung ano yung maximum values ng metal for each constraint, no? And then ganoon din sa scrap for each constraint. For example, metal, based on constraint number 1, ang pwedeng maximum value ng M will be, so pwede kong takpan muna si S, assuming si S equals 0, ang maximum value ni M based on constraint number 1 ay 5. If I'm not mistaken, 5. Tama? Takpan mo lang si S, ang maximum value ni M will be 5. And then based on the constraint number 2, ang maximum value ni M will be, takpan mo lang din yung S, assuming S equals 0. So ang ating maximum value for M will be, based on constraint number 2, 9. Kaya kung tutuusin, ano yung maximum value na possible or allowed based on the two constraint? Ang sagot natin, 5. Bakit 5? Kasi yan yung maximum based on constraint number 1. Although, based on constraint number 2, pwede pa naman yung number 9. No? Pwede pa naman yung 9. Pero yun nga, gipit kasi sa constraint number 1. Ang gusto lang ni constraint number 1 is, yan lang, 5 lang. So, ang maximum value natin for M will be 5 kasi ito yung ating, ito yung maximum based on constraint number 1. How about S? For S naman, ang ating maximum value for S based on constraint number 1 will be, kung tatakpan mo si M, it will be 7.5. Okay? It will be 7.5. How about based on constraint number 2? Takpan ko lang din si M, it will be 9. Tama ba? It will be 6.5, tama. 18 divided by 4, that will be 4.5 rather. So isulat ko lang ito na maayos. 7.5 at saka 4.5. So based on the constraints, ang maximum value for S will be 4.5. 4.5, tama. So 4.5 lang yung maximum value for S. Ayan. Ang tanong sa atin, is this a feasible, no? Ang pangalawang option kasi, be a feasible point. Yung M ba, lumagpas ba siya sa 5? Hindi naman. So pwede to, no? So possible na feasible point din. How about yung 3? Lumagpas ba siya sa 4.5? Hindi naman. So I guess pwede natin isagot na itong point na to, na may coordinates na 2, 3, this is possibly a feasible region. I guess pwede natin isagot yung feasible region siya. Nasa feasible point siya, no? Nasa feasible region siya. Pero baka rin nandoon siya sa corner. As in, nandoon siya sa corner. Tingnan natin. So how do we see that, no? Pwede mong isolve itong dalawa. Isosolve mo yan siya. For me, kung mag-graph ka, ipakita ko lang din yung graph ha. Although hindi natin kailangan mag-graph for this particular problem kasi hindi naman tayo tinatanong mag-graph, diba? So, pero kung mag-graph tayo, hindi tayo dapat mag-graph ng very accurate. Ang purpose lang ng graph is makita natin kung ano yung mukha ng feasible region at ano yung mga possible na corner points na pwede natin itry kung if they will maximize the profit. Okay? So, how do I graph that? Gagamitin ko itong mga derived ko na intercepts. Okay? For example, for M, based on constraint number 1, ang maximum value na is 5. So, we'll go here, 5. Okay. Based on constraint number 1, ang maximum value naman S is 7.5. So, I will go here 7.5. Iko-connect ko lang yung dalawang intercepts na to. Ayan. So, yan lang. Hindi ko kailangan maging very accurate, no, na magbibilang pa ako dito ng ganyan. No. Importante, matansya natin. Then pangalawa, based on constraint number 1, ang maximum value ng m will be 9. So dito siya 9 of course, kasi mas mataas si 9 kaysa kay 5. So ito nga pala yung ating m, ito nga yung ating s. So pwedeng baliktar yan, no? Depende sa kung anong gusto mo. So 9 tapos 4.5. So dito lang dapat si 4.5. Ayan, so i-connect ko lang itong dalawa. Nakikita ko na ang feasible region pala is ito. No, ito siya. At meron tayong intersection na una yung intersection ng dalawang constraints. Tapos meron tayong mga corner points na dalawa. Ano itong corner points na dalawa? Yan yung nadiderive ko kanina dito. Diba? Ang maximum value ng m is 5. So pwede natin maging corner point will be 5-0. 5 metal, walang scrap. Another corner point will be walang metal, 0, at 4.5 na scrap metal. How about this decimal? Hindi ba natin kailangan i-round off yan? For now, hindi ko man i-round off. Okay? Yan, ang pangatlong tanong will be, ano kaya yung intersection nitong dalawa? Okay, pwede mong i-solve kung gusto mong i-solve. Pwede mong i-solve kung gusto mong i-solve. So, pwede natin i-solve yan, okay? I-solve natin. Pero kung hindi mo gusto i-solve, gusto mo malaman if yan ba talaga yung intersection ng dalawang to? Kasi dalawa lang naman to, di ba? Pwede mong i-try. 2. So, pwede mong i-try dito. No? 2. So, try mo siya dito using your calculator. Kasi dapat, kapag substitute mo yung 2 dito sa m, at saka yung 3 dito sa s, it should equal 15. Pag hindi siya nag-equal, ibig sabihin hindi ito yung point na intersection nitong dalawa. Okay, try natin. 3 times 2 plus 2 times 3. So dapat it should equal 15. Kasi kung ito yung intersection nilang dalawa, dapat mag-equal to 15. So try natin. No? 3 times 2, that will be 6. 2 times 3, that will be 6. So I guess this will be 12. A total of 12, which is not necessarily equal to 15. Tama? So hindi ito yung intersection nila. I guess kung hanapin man natin yung intersection nitong dalawa, it is not going to be 2. Okay, at saka 3. No, it is not going to be 2 at saka 3. Pero kung gusto mo pa nang tignan, kasi anyway, may oras ka pa para mag-solve. So tignan natin. How about i-solve natin? Okay, let's solve it. So pwede kong gawin is, sulat ko lang muna dito, 3 million plus 2s equals 15. Again, ignore muna natin yung inequality ha. And 2 million plus 4s equals 18. So pwede kong gawin is, multiply ko to by negative 2 kasi tatanggalin ko yung s. So mangyayari, this will become negative 4s, negative 30, at so negative 6m. So pwede ko nang tanggalin si 4s, makancel out na siya. Matitira na lang will be negative 4m equals negative 12. Tama? And then therefore, m will be equal to 3. Ganun lang. So m equals 3. Pwede ko itong gamitin. Substitute ka dito sa pangalawang constraint or pangalawang equation. So pwede maging ganito. No? 2m equals 2 times 3 plus 4s. Kasi s na naman yung solve ko equals 18. So this will be 6. Tama? And then therefore 4s equals, pag i-transpose ko siya dito, this will be 12. And therefore s will be equals to 3. So therefore, itong intersection nilang dalawa is basically, ito siya, it is basically 3. Yan yung talagang intersection ng dalawa. So hindi siya, ang corners natin is 5, 0, 0.4, 0 at saka 4.5 at saka 3, 3. No, 3, 3. 3. At hindi siya yung corner. No, itong sagot natin, itong tanong dito, hindi siya belong to the corners. Kaya ang sagot natin siguro will be, it's either B or D. Pero ang tanong, saan ba yung nasaan ba to? Kung hanapin mo siya sa graph, nandito siya. At sa 3, nandito siya. Nasa loob siya ng feasible region. Hindi siya nasa labas. Paano mo malaman, sir, no, without the use of graph? Paano mo malalaman na hindi siya nasa loob ng feasible region? Tingnan mo lang, no? Halimbawa ganito. Halimbawa ganyan. What do you observe? Observe natin, yung m nito, halimbawa m nito is, let's say 4 or let's say 3. Tapos yung kanyang, okay. Halimbawa ang m nito is, halimbawa na dito yung point, no? Ang m na is 3, tapos yung kanyang s will be, let's say 7. Okay. So what do you observe? Sumabra yung 7 na to sa ating maximum value for s. Ang maximum value for s lang naman is 4.5. So automatically, kung ganito yung tanong, halimbawa m equals, halimbawa this is 3, tapos ito is 7. No, paano ma-identify na nasa loob siya ng feasible region without using the graph? Madali lang. Tignan mo lang, yung 3 ba na yan? Sumabra ba siya sa 5? Hindi naman Pero how about yung S? Sumobra ba siya sa 4.5? Sumobra. So therefore, since sumobra siya, hindi sa nasa labas siya ng feasible region. Kahit tignan mo siya. Kahit tignan mo siya sa graph, nasa labas talaga yan ng ating feasible region. Kaya ang sagot natin dito, kung titignan mo yung sagot natin, yung 2 at saka 3, pasok naman siya dito, no? Sa ating feasible region. 2 did not exceed 5, 3 did not exceed 4.5. So hindi siya infeasible. Feasible talaga siya. Hindi rin siya nasa corner kasi kung gitry mo yung 2 na i-substitute dito at saka yung 3 na i-substitute dyan, hindi naman siya magiging equal to 15. So hindi talaga yun siya intersection. Okay? So ang sagot natin dito will be letter B. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? Then we move on to the next problem. Strawberry Company manufactures 2 models, small and large. So dalawa yung ating variables, variable 1 at saka variable 2. Each model is processed as follows. Ito yung mga kailangan natin. For the small model, kailangan natin ng 2 hours of machining at saka 1 hour of polishing. And then for the large one, kailangan natin ng 4 hours at saka 3 hours for polishing. As you can see, wala tayong given na constraint, inequalities. Tayo pa yung dapat mag-construct nito. The available weekly hours to process the 2 models would be 100 hours in machining department. So 100 hours to ito. Yung availables lang natin na hours for machining. And then for the polishing, 90 hours lang. So meron tayong constraints ngayon. The contribution margins are 5. Ano yung ulit yung contribution margins? Ito dapat may encounter nito eh. Yung contribution margin, pag na-encounter nito sa mass, this will be selling price, no, minus variable cost, it will give us contribution margin. Okay, i-discuss to in detail. Ano ba yung contribution margin? Bakit kaya discuss? Or bakit siya tinawag na contribution margin? I-mention ko lang na kaya siya tinawag na contribution margin because ito yung ating, kumbaga, na parang ito yung contribution that will cover, number one, it will cover variable cost, at it will also be the contribution that should cover the fixed cost. Ayan. So parang each unit will be providing a contribution margin. Okay? Ito yung, halimbawa, muffins, no? Ang variable cost natin for each muffin ay let's say 15 pesos. Tapos binibenta natin to sa halagang 25 pesos. E di ano yung contribution margin for each muffin? It will be 10 pesos. 10 pesos. Ayan. Tapos kung may fixed cost tayo na 20 pesos halimbawa, ibabawas natin yan sa ating total. Kung nakapagbenta tayo halimbawa ng 3 muffins, so 3 times 10, the contribution margin, it will give us 30 pesos minus the fixed cost. So therefore, ang ating profit will be 10 pesos. So saan mo matututunan yan? Sa mass. Okay, hindi pa kayo dumarating dyan. For now, pasadahan lang natin. Parang brief discussion lang siya. So anyway, that will also be important in your understanding here. Okay, so erase ko na to. Ang unang tanong will be, ito yung contribution margins natin. 5 for small model and then 7 pesos contribution margin for large model. So kung isusulat ko yan siya, this will be, let's say, ang active maximization profit or objective will be 5 S, okay, for the small one, plus 7 L for the large model. Ayan. How would the objective function be expressed? So since ang ginamit kasi dito is x, so pwede ganito rin, no? 5x plus 7y. So sagot natin will be 5x plus 7y. How about this one? No, hindi natin kailangan to. Wala naman yan sa equation. How about this one? Mali. How about this one? Mali. Of course, ang pinaka-obvious na sagot will be letter A. 5x plus 7y. Sir, bakit ganun? Dapat may equation dito eh. Hindi naman yun ang tinutukoy natin eh. Parang ang tinutukoy lang natin is the profit should be equal to this one. Okay? So hindi natin actually kailangan ng isulat itong equation na to. Z is basically ito. Okay? Z is equal to 5S plus 7L. Ayan. So, yan. How would the restriction constraint for the machining department be expressed? So, as you can see, yung machining natin, meron tayong maximum hours of 100. Ito yung ating maximum na hours that we can use for machining. At gagamitin natin yan. Yung ating small model will be using 2 hours, no, per unit. So, per unit of machine. So, erase ko lang to kasi ang ginagamit kasi ng letters is X. So, 2X, 2 hours. And then, gagamit din of course yung large model for each unit 4 hours. So, this will be our model. Bakit ganito? Dapat kasi ang maximum na hours for our machining is 100. Kaya ang ating total hours for these two, yung large at small, should be equal or less than 100 hours of machining. So, ang sagot natin will be 2x plus 4y. Letter A na naman. Ito pala. Huwag mong isagot to ha. Kasi dapat meron tayong inequality. 2x plus 4y Tapos, ganito dapat yung ating equation. It should be less than 100 or equal to 100. So, sagot natin letter C. How about yung what mix of X and Y should Strawberry Company produce to maximize its profit? Ayan. So, may mga options tayo dito, no? 50 of X and 0 of Y, 0 of X and 25 of Y. So, we will see. I guess we will also have to test yung intersection nilang dalawa. So, how do we graph this one? Ulitin ko lang din, no? Kung ganito yung ating constraints, so kung pwede kong isulat to, isulat natin to in a mathematical equation. So, we'll have 2x plus 4y is gonna be less than or equal to 100 hours. Ano yung pangalawang constraint? Ito yung first. Yung pangalawang constraint will be x plus 3y should be less than or equal to 90 hours. So, ano yung mga maximum values natin for x and y? For x, ang maximum value natin will be, takpan naman lang yung 4y, so you'll get 50. And then for, based on constraint number 2 naman, ang maximum value ng x will be 90. So, maximum value talaga natin for the x should be 50 lang, diba? Based on constraint number 1. And then, how about y? Ano yung ating maximum value? Ang maximum value natin, takpan lang natin si x, will get 100 divided by 4, that will be 25. And then, ito naman, takpan mo lang si x, 90 divided by 3, that will be 30. So, maximum value talaga natin for y will be 25. So, ang ating possible corner points will be 50, 0, at saka 0 na large, small module times 25. Ayan, xy. Okay. So, kung i-graph natin to, how do we graph this one? Pwede natin i-graph. Gamitin natin to. So, pwede nyo i-graph. We have 50. So, dito kilalagay si 50 at saka 25. So, 50, ito siya. So, halimbawa, okay, balitan ko rin na lang kasi sanay tayo dito eh. Hindi ko naman kailangan sundin to. So, pwede kong ilagay dito si X, pwede kong ilagay dito si Y. It doesn't matter. Ang gusto ko lang makita is yung look, how does it look. So, nandito si 50, nandito si 25. I-connect ko lang itong dalawang points na to. Ayan. May 90, nandito sa 90. Of course, nasa taas siya ng 50. And 30, nasa taas or sobra siya sa 25. So, nandito si 30, normally. So, i-connect mo lang to. Now, what do you see? What do you see? Walang intersection. Okay? Walang intersection tong dalawa. Although, kung itutuloy mo to actually, baka mag-intersect yan siya, no? In a negative region. No? Kasi ganito yung mukha niya eh. Parang ganito. So, normally, baka i-extend mo pa yan sa negative region, magkakaroon na sila ng intersection. Pero ang focus kasi natin is itong positive lang naman na values. So in this quadrant, wala tayong intersection sa dalawa. So ang sagot lang talaga natin, ang possible lang talaga na corner points for this graph will be ito, no? Will be itong 5t, ito, at saka ito. Ito siya. Okay, so yan lang talaga yung possible natin na corner points. So ito try mo lang. Ano yung mix of x and y that will maximize the profit? So try natin. What if lahat ito yung ating maximization objective, di ba? What if 50 of small model lang at walang large? So that will be 5 times 50. That will be 250, di ba? So that will be 250. What about 0? 0 yung small, 25 yung large. Let's try. So that will be 7 times 25. That will give us 175. So ano yung mas maganda na option? Ang option natin will be ito, 50 na x, 0 na y. So, sagot natin will be letter A. Sagot natin will be letter A. 50 of x and 0 of y. I guess that's very understandable. Nuggets? Okay, so yun lang. Gusto ko lang i-highlight na yung pag-graph, hindi yan dapat maging very accurate. Ang purpose lang is pakita natin yung feasible region, kung meron bang intersection, ano yung mga possible na corner points. Ayan. Okay, especially pag marami yung constraints. Okay, let's proceed. Next problem. Julian Manufacturing produces two products, X and Y. Product X requires 6 hours of time on machine 1 and 12 hours of time on machine 2. Okay, so maybe I can express this in equation. Express ko na to, product X requires 6 hours of time on machine 1. So we'll have X, okay, 2 hours of time, 6 hours rather. 6 hours of time for machine 1, so 6x plus 12 hours of time on machine 2. So that will be 12x. Ayan. So first constraint is machine 1. Second constraint is machine 2. Okay, product Y requires 4 hours. So 4 hours naman, 4 hours on machine 1. So yan, for the product Y. And then no machine time on machine 2. So wala naman siyang machine 2, so wala, no, 0 lang. So this would be equal to or less than. So ano sabi dito? Both machines are available for 24 hours. So 25 hours lang talaga yung maximum usage ng ating machine. Assuming that the objective function of the total contribution margin is 2x plus 1y, what product mix will produce the maximum profit? Ayan. So, tingnan natin. Tulad ng ginagawa ko, dalawa lang kasi yung constraints natin eh. Pwede ka mag-graph, pwede hindi ka na mag-graph. Pero try natin, hindi na tayo mag-graph muna. Okay? For the meantime, hindi muna tayo mag-graph. Tingnan natin ano yung magma-maximize sa profit natin. Wait lang. Tingnan mo ba tayo, what product mix will produce the maximum profit? Okay, let's see now. Let's see. Una, tingnan natin kung yung mga possible corner points. Ang possible corner points natin will be what is the maximum value for x and y? The maximum value for x and y will be 24. So this will be, takpan mo lang yung 4 kung ang maximum value for x based on constraint number 1 will be, I guess 4. Tama? 24 divided by 6 will be 4. And then for constraint number 2, ang maximum na value for x will be, of course, 2. How about the y? Yung y naman natin, ang maximum value for y will be, I guess, 6. Tama? Based on machine 1. And then for machine 2, wala naman. Kasi naman natin kailangan ng machine 2 for product y. So what do you observe? Ang maximum value natin for, basically dito 0 ha. Ang maximum value, wala. Kasi hindi lang natin kailangan. Parang walang restriction siya. So wala siyang restriction sa what is this, sa based on machine 2. Kaya ang nilalagay ko nga dito is parang infinity kasi hindi naman siya dapat, hindi siya restricted. So hindi natin kailangan ng machine dyan. So ang maximum value for x based on constraints ay 2. So bakit 2? Kasi ito yung maximum value eh, based on constraint number 2. Although sa constraint number 1 pwede naman yung 4. How about for y? Ano yung maximum value? Wala tayong constraint, hindi siya restricted pagdating sa machine 2 kasi hindi naman natin kailangan ng machine 2 for y, kaya wala tayong restriction. Ang maximum value lang for y based on constraint number 1 will be 6. So ang mga regions natin, ang corner points natin will be either number 1, 2 na x, walang y, or maybe walang x pero meron tayong 6y. Ayan. Ang next na tatanong natin is how about the intersection of the two? So madali lang yung intersection of the two. Intersection of the two will be number 1, x will be 2. No? 2. Saan nagaling x equals 2? So basically x equals 12x equals 24. So 24 divided by 12, it will be 2. So if x is equals to 2, so pwede natin itong x para hanapin natin yung y. This will be 6 times 2, it will be 12 plus 4y equals 24. So 12 to minus 24, that will be 12 divided by 4, that will be 3. So ito yung ating corner point, 2 at saka 3. So test lang natin ano yung magma-maximize sa ating profit. Okay, so let's try. How about 2? 2. So 2 times 2, of course 4. Diba? 2 times 2, tapos 0 times 1, 4 lang yan. How about 0 na 2, 0 times 2, of course 0, times 6 times 1, of course 6. So ito pangalawa na corner point will give us a contribution margin of 6. How about itong dalawa? I guess mas malaki to. So 2 times 2, that will be 4. 3 times 1, that will be 3. So 4 plus 3, that will give us 7. So maximum talaga, ang mix of product that will maximize the profit will be 2 of x and 3 of y. So sagot natin will be letter C. Now kung gusto mo i-graph pa yan, madaling i-graph. Kung ginawa mo to, mag-graph mo lang yan, di ba? Parang ganito lang. For constraint number 1, ang graph natin will be, dito ko lang ilagay si x, dito ko lang ilagay si y. Pwede mo balik rin if you want. So you'll have 4, tapos 6. Connect ko lang to dalawa. Hindi ko naman kailangan i-graph to talaga na maayos. And we'll have for x. So x naman is dito lang siya. 2, and graph ko lang siya doon. Wait lang, mali pala. Dito pala siya. 2, tapos graph ko lang siya dito. Sir, bakit ganoon? Kasi ang value ng x kasi natin is fixed as 2, tapos ang value ng atin, y could be any amount, no? So if y is equals to 1, x will be 2 pa rin. If y is equal to 100, x will be still 2. If y is, let's say, 50, then x is still going to be what? It's still going to be 2. Kaya nga, naka-fix siya dyan. Okay? So, ang feasible region natin is ito. Diba? Ang feasible region natin is yan. Kaya mapapansin mo, ang maximum value for, kung titingnan natin yung mga corner points, ito siya, ito, at ito. At ang mga coordinates niyan, ito, ang coordinates nito is 2, 0. Ito siya, yung nakuha ko kanina. Ang coordinates naman nito is 0, 6. Tapos ang coordinate naman nito is ito, 2, 3. Ayan, di ba? So pwede ka mag-graph, pwede hindi ka na mag-graph actually. Pero ang purpose ng graph is makita mo kung ano yung mukha ng ating linear programming. So ito yung ating mga corner points. And git-test natin, ang pinaka may mataas na profit or contribution margin is yung pangatlong corner point. Itong pangatlong corner point. Mataas yung kanyang contribution margin. 7 pesos. Okay, so let's proceed naman for the next problem. Lemon Company makes product X or products X and Y with the following production constraints representing two machines. Ayan. What if the profit maximum, if the profit equation is is z equals 4x plus 2y, then what is the maximum profit possible? Okay. So I guess kailangan ko itong i-erase ko na to. So halimbawa nagmamadali kang sumagot, no? Kasi hindi mo naman kailangan i-graph. So pwede kong gawin will be ano yung maximum profit, no? We have for x at saka y. A maximum value for x based on constraint number 1 and constraint number 2 will be 9. And then based on constraint number 2, this will be 5. For y, a maximum value for y based on constraint number 1 is 18 divided by 3, so this will be 6. And then for machine 2, this will be 10. Ayan, so yan, pwede kong i-graph yan kung gusto kong i-graph. Ang tanong is what is the maximum possible profit? So wait lang, i-identify ko muna yung mga maximum value for x, assuming hindi ako mag-graph. Ang maximum value for x will be ito, 5. Remember, bakit hinanap yung maximum? Kasi nagma-maximize tayo eh. Gusto natin i-maximize yung problem. And y will be, ang maximum value for y will be 6. Okay? 6 lang. Okay? So, ang ating mga possible solutions will be 5, no? At saka 5, 0, at saka 0, at saka 6. Ang pangatlo will be yung intersection ng dalawa. And I guess madali lang kung yung intersection ng dalawa. Hindi mo ito makukuha yung intersection na based on the graph. Ang purpose nga ulit ng graph is makita mo lang yung ano yung feasible regions natin. So kung i-plot ko to siya, 2x plus 3y equals 18, i-ignore natin yung inequality, plus 2x plus y equals 10. So pwede ko itong i-minus, maka-cancel out to. So you'll get 2y equals 8. Okay? Y equals 4. If y equals 4, then what is the value of x? So ang value of x natin will be, pwede itong i-apply dito. So 2x plus 4 equals 10. I will get x equals 6 divided by 2. So therefore x equals 3. Sir, bakit ang bilis mo? Mabilis talaga dapat eh. Okay, so ang ating possible solutions, alternative solution will be also be yung intersection ng dalawa, which will be x equals 3 at sa y equals 4. Ganyan. So ito try natin yan. 5 times 4, that will be 20. 6 times 2, that will be 12. And then 3 times 4, that will be 12. Then 4 times 2, that will be 8. So this will be 20. Tama? 5 times 4, that will be 20. 6 times that will be 12. 3 times 4, that will be 12. 4 times 2, that will be 8. So this will be total of 20. Ang maximum profit talaga natin will be B. Okay, so ang possible solution natin will be itong 5 x walang y, or maybe 3 x at saka 4 na y. Okay, so erase na natin yan, or hindi na muna natin i-erase. Okay.